Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So this is Prerna and I am a cabin crew by profession. And recently I have left my job from Air India Express and I am on a break right now for 1 month, and I'll be joining Cathay Pacific as a flight attendant in few months. So I am in the process of that. I have already given the interview. That's why I wanted to share my experience with you, so that maybe you learn something from my mistakes, or I'll give you tips and tricks also what I think was very beneficial for me during the interview and how I got through the Cathay Pacific flight attendant interview. So let's start the video. So firstly, I had applied for flight attendant position in Cathay Pacific website, and I received the reply very fast within few days only. And the timeline for everything, like from my application till the drug test, all the processes in between, I have written all the timeline, and I'll be posting a separate video for this on my channel, so you can look on that. So for that you have to subscribe my channel, so please do it guys. It will be beneficial for you guys also. Thank you. So let's start the video. So I had applied in website, and in few days I got the reply, and in the reply it was written that I have been selected, and that I have to give the language assessment test. So what was the language assessment test about? It was a Hindi test. It was not written in the mail that it will be a Hindi assessment. I thought Hindi and English both. However, when I faced the interview, it was only Hindi, because English assessment will be done when you are proceeded towards the interview hall if you get selected. So in Hindi assessment, I would like to tell you that there were 2-3 questions, not much. So first one was like there was a paragraph written, and you have to read the paragraph just to check your fluency in Hindi and to check your pronunciations of the words. So please read it before, because they will be giving you some time to read it, and then in the next step you have to give the you have to read it nicely. So please read it nicely in the first time, and if you are lacking in some pronunciations, try to practice it nicely, and then click on the next button and give the answer when you have to give. And the next question was like, there was a paragraph written in English and you have to read it, and in the next step you have to write the whole announcement. Just you have to copy everything, however not in English but in Hindi. So you have to translate the English announcement into the Hindi announcement, just to check that how fluent are you in Hindi. So that was about it. And then I very fast I got the reply of that also, that I am selected in that. And then I got a mail about that I am selected and I need to come for the interview, which will be held in my city. So it was held in Taj Hotel. So in that mail it was written that I need to select the date and time. There was a link for that, so I clicked on the link and I selected my appropriate date and time, and the date was like 25 days after the day I was seeing the mail. And there were many slots after 29, 30, 31st, 1st and all. So I clicked the 29th one, and I selected the date time as 10 o'clock. So there were many times like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, like till it was 4 also. 9 o'clock was starting and 4 o'clock was the end. So I selected the 10 o'clock so that I can wake up nicely and just go. Not that late also, so that I feel lazy. That's why I took 10th. And guys, one thing I would like to focus on, that please keep all your documents ready at least 1 or 2 days before the interview date. What all is written in the mail, what all documents you need to carry for the interview day, please make sure you prepare it well and keep it in your handbag. So guys, there are many things which you should keep it in your bag maybe 1 day or 2 days before, so that you do not miss out on the things. So I will be making a list and putting it in the end of the video, and I am telling you now also what all I kept. So all the documents which were mentioned in the mail, original and photocopy of that, at least 2 passport size photograph of yours in formal wear and full makeup with a white background, at least 1 or 2 full length photograph of yourself in formal with complete makeup, and then a water bottle, few snacks like cookies, mixtures, etc., because it will be a long day due to lot of candidates, so you will feel hungry and you can't go anywhere outside of the hotel to find food, because then might be your chance comes and you miss it. So please carry with yourself only, and keep a small scribbling pad or a notepad, and 2 types of pen, one blue and one black, both should be dot pen, and one handkerchief also. So if you sneeze or cough, please use that, because don't think that you are not getting noticed, because interviewers sometimes they put camera in the halls just to notice how are you, because when you go in front of the interviewer you will behave nicely only, they want to see how are you behind them also. So maybe they have camera, so always keep handkerchief, just follow these things and talk to people around you, and just show your very pleasant personality. Even if you're introvert person like me, don't show this in front of the interviewers. Be something else only on that interview just for few hours. You can do that, I know you can do that. If I can do, you can also do that. Okay, so I have reached the interview location at least half hour prior. Please schedule yourself that you reach at least half hour prior, so that if there is any traffic or any issue in your vehicle, it will take some time to rectify and you reach on time. But try to reach half an hour before, because you have to search for the venue, and after going to the venue I went to the front desk people and asked in which floor is the Cathay Pacific interview arranged, and they told me the floor number. And as soon as I went there, I searched for the interview room. I went there and there was a person from Cathay Pacific. He asked for my invitation email. So the invitation email which I received in my mail, I had to get a printout of that. So I had to take the printout, and he took that because my candidate ID was written there, and he noted down my candidate ID and told me to sit in the next hall, and he told me to sit in the particular seat that was near the window, because the people were going one by one. Whoever came first was going first, so they were have to sit accordingly. So I just sat there, and one by one people were going there, and in just 5 minutes I was able to go for my turn, because there were 3 recruiters for handling it. So when my turn came, I went there and I did not sit on the chair till she told me. This is the basic etiquette, guys, so please mark it as a tip to impress the recruiter. Don't sit if they are not telling you, and when they tell you, say thank you so much ma'am or thank you so much sir, and then sit and ask for your when they ask for your documents, please give it one by one. Don't just give the whole file, give them documents one by one, whatever they are asking, and just keep quiet. Don't ask questions, put your hands on your laps. Please show the basic etiquettes of a cabin crew. So she asked all the documents, I gave one by one, and then another girl was there from their team only, and she was wearing a Cathay Pacific uniform of cabin crew. Maybe she was a cabin crew. She told me to take the arm reach. So I did it and I passed in that. So she told me to go to the next room for group discussion. So there was a next room. We all were waiting there for our chance to go for group discussion, as already one group was doing that. So when we went inside the next room for group discussion, actually it was not a group discussion, it was a group activity. So there were 2 round tables, and there were 2 groups on those both 2 round tables, one group with 10 people and one group with 8 people. So what happened in the group activity was that there were a few puzzle pieces kept on both the tables, and then they had 2 printouts with puzzle photos, like how it has to be built up. All the puzzles, they have to get it together and make some pattern. So each there should be 2 person from each group who have to go there, and everyone had got a number, and we have to put the badge, put the number like a badge on our top with a clip. So from each group, 2 people had to go to that recruiter, that staff, and see the pattern and come back and try to make the same pattern with the puzzle pieces which are kept on our table. And then again next 2 people from our group had to go, and similarly all went, and we had to make the pattern. So at the end there she told one of the person to come out, and she nicely told her that she is rejected. And and the thing which they were looking at was how do we do teamwork. They didn't wanted to see what pattern did we make. They didn't even look at that pattern. They just wanted to see how we work under stress, how we work as a team. So all these things they are looking at. So after that group activity, they told us a few things about Cathay, that they are very soft spoken. So we Indians are not so much, so we need to be more soft spoken. We need to learn about that. And if we go there, we have to reach there 10 days before our training starts, and all that stuff they were telling about. But guys, they were so soft spoken. No, it was really visible. So we also really need to learn like this if we have to stay there with them. And okay, so group discussion was done. So only one person was rejected from there, and then we all were told to go to the next room, and then we all were waiting there one by one. And in the other room there were many recruiters, like approx 10 or 12. They all were doing personal interview of the candidates. So one by one they were coming and taking their candidates with their file. So they already had a file, and they were getting us. So when my turn came, I went there, and like I told you that time, I did not sit when she told me to sit. I sat, and then I thanked her. And then she gave me a paper with a paragraph, and she told me to read a paragraph. So I read that paragraph. She gave me some time to read it once, and then I had to read it finally in front of her. So I read it. I thought that she's checking my pronunciation and my fluency. However, she was checking something else. So after I completed reading the paragraph, she asked me one question about that paragraph, and I was not able to answer that. So I thought everything is finished now, I will be rejected. But no, then she asked some other questions like Prerna, as you are a senior cabin crew and you are a leader, how will you be able to manage with us, because you will be the junior most crew there. So what I answered was that, ma'am, I am a senior cabin crew in my company. However, there are many times when we 2 senior cabin crew or 3 senior cabin crew are working in the same flight, and I have to become the junior in that. So at that time what I do is that I don't think that I am a senior cabin crew, because at that point of time in that particular flight, senior cabin crew who is operating is somebody else. So I think I am normal crew, and I just work like that, and I give that respect which she deserves. So I just do my work and report to her. That's it. So maybe she was impressed by this, and they actually want to know about our thinking, because they want a crew who are experienced so that they can learn quickly. However, at the same time, they don't want any CRM issues. They don't want any fights in the flight. So that's why maybe they want to know the thinking. They want to hire people with good thinking. So please, I would suggest you guys also do that. If you don't think like this, please start thinking like this, because they are hiring people like this who have good thinking, who will not fight, who will not create disruptions, because there are passengers who create. At the same time, they don't want employees also to fight among themselves. Okay, so I was done with the interview, and then she took me out, and while coming out she told me that, Prerna, from my side you are in. I was very happy and told, thank you so much, ma'am. But then she said, no, you have to complete your English assessment also, and that is really tough. So many people flung in that, so make sure you are patient in that and do it very nicely and calmly. So I went there, and the staff there, he was Indian. So he asked me, Prerna, do you know how to use computer? I said yes. And he asked if you want to use washroom. So I said no, I don't want to use washroom. He said it will be 45 minutes of the test. I said yes, no problem. So I just sat on the computer. He gave me the headphones, I wore that. He logged in the computer for the questionnaire, and I started. And guys, I was not knowing that it has time constraints also. So I was just giving, and I was thinking that what should I answer. And at that time I saw that that question is over, and the next question came. And 2-3 times it happened like this, and then I got to know that the questions have time constraints. So guys, you have to be really quick. So what I was quick, so I would suggest that please give the exam by IELTS or TOEIC, because they accept that also. The score is written in their website, the eligibility criteria. Exam was really damn tough, time constraints and difficult. So please, I would suggest you and request you to please practice it and then only go, because you don't want to lose the chance, right? So please practice so that your chances are much higher. And then I was done with the exam. I came out, I submitted, I came out, and I was waiting for 5 to 10 minutes, just chatting with other candidates and all. My friends were also there, so I was just chit chatting with them. And that staff came out and he informed me that I have passed. Then he told me to go to the other house for visa application and all. So I already got the filled forms and all, so I had submitted that. And then the recruiter gave me medical assessment, medical test mail. So I had to wait there till I received the mail. So I received that, and then I went home. So the interview was damn awesome. And guys, if you want any other information about interview or any cabin crew life, please do ask me in the comment section. Thank you so much, guys.